Guess what, guys? So I think I did a rebranding. There's some little changes right now. So I'm not going to be doing like two, three movies anymore. I'm just going to be doing one movie. Yeah, in details, just one movie. No more two, three movies. But I might sometimes drop like recommendation. If you have not been following Darkroom TV on Instagram and you've not subscribed to our YouTube, please do well to do so. Okay, so yes, and if you don't know my name, I'm Alexis, who the best is. So let's dive into the movie. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Adire today. I don't know how to feel about this movie, to be honest. I'm not that excited as I'm seeming to be about it. I feel indifferent about it. But before I talk about this movie, I'm going to read like a plot summary so you understand where we're going to in this movie. Adire is a retired sex worker on the run, moves to a small town and starts a lingerie making business made from her signature Adire material, that's tie and dye, which inevitably empowers the conservative women, only to anger the self-instilled leader for Lashade, the deaconess, and the wife to the preacher of the town's local church. She soon discovers the most unusual friendships and love in the unlikeliest of places. Her paradise is cut short by Captain, her former pimp, whose money she stole to start a new life. Captain is a pimp, that she was working for, that she stole money to start a new life, basically. So yes, that's the summary of the movie. So if I'm to actually talk about this movie, first of all, I'll talk about like the cinematography of the movie. Cinematography wasn't bad. I liked like the drone scene showing like how the local area, the workings in, house attached to each other, all those kind of like those feeling. It was giving some nostalgic feeling from days of 2001, 2002. I really liked that feel from the movie, I will not lie. There were some close-up like shots in the movie that was not necessary. I felt that they were supposed to do it in shoot it in full instead of close-up. But well, it's not everybody that would notice that like that, but still should have given it some sweetness and good view to the movie. And another thing I like about this movie is the location. I think I heard or I saw someone write that the movie was actually shot in a local university actually, and those places that they stayed were the hostels, and it was pretty nice. I would not lie, it was actually okay. Yeah, basically. I would not lie, the costumiers actually tried in this one, although the movie is called Adire. I was not seeing the Adire materials as much as I want to see it. I was seeing more of Ankara instead of Adire. So that was a loophole in this movie, because that's the name of the movie, Adire. Do you get it? But aside that, though, the dress sense and everything in the movie was actually great. It's just that they didn't, portray Adire as it should be portrayed in the movie. Let's just go into the cast here. So, Kehinde Bankole played Asari. That's Adire. She's the protagonist of the movie, the lead actor, the main character. I was smiling because now thinking of her role, how she actually portrayed her role, it gave me, I'm like, yes, I'm never wrong with this woman. This woman can act. Forget that I'm indifferent about this movie. Forget that the movie was really confusing at some point. Forget that I was looking for the moral story until I actually had to understand at the end. So forget all those ones. Her role, her own character, how she played it was how it was supposed to give. She gave what it was it was designed. She was giving this. She really portrayed her being the lady of the night, giving this very. I think it's the first time I'm seeing her in a very sultry character. To be honest, she really gave the way she portrays herself in the bath, the way she talks. The market scene when she was dancing, that was so heavenly to watch. Sweet. She actually tried. She did it well. Then the second person, Funlola Alfiebi Remi. Please, hope I pronounced that name right. She's the one that played the pastor's wife. That's the deaconess. So there's another person that acted well. This woman, she knew what she was supposed to do in this movie. She's like the antagonist of the movie, though. Obviously, when you hear deaconess and
there's a motherless
you
child.
expect them to cross path and
every single penny raised here will go a long way.
But like, yeah, her character came out very strong. Actually, me personally, that's what I feel. It came out very strong. She delivered what like she was supposed to deliver. She, hit the nail on the head. The way, those insults, those sarcastic insults that were coming out from her mouth. Man, there are things that you have to go and sit down and learn and think about. Oh, anybody that try me like this, I have things to tell you. Don't even try me. And I'm like, this man can't curse, so no, but she acted it well. Where she was supposed to be angry, she did it well. Where she was supposed to be jealous or feel like she was jealous, she did it well. Where she was supposed to be sassy and saucy, she did it well. Where she was supposed to be sarcastic with words, she did it like she gave. That's what I was just saying. She gave. Now let's go to our husband. That's the person that acted. That's Femi Branch, Pastor Mide. So yeah, he was not giving that strong personnel of his pastor. To be honest, he was not commanding enough for a man of God of like that the community, because basically he's the pastor for the community. That's the church they all go to. He was not delivering as much as you would want him to deliver. Do you get? He was not inspiring in the movie as the pastor. The pastor of 18, I was not seeing it at all. He was not giving at all. So, but like, yeah, if I'm to rate him in that role, I'll give him, it is below average. I'll give him a 4/10. Then we move to his daughter, Tomi Ojo. Although Tomi Ojo played the role of Simi, that's the daughter of like the deaconess Folashade and Pastor Mide. Pastor Mide, I don't know why I said Pastor Mike. Pastor Mide, and her role was not that much. It was not as strong. It was not something heavy, but it like kind of like played a part in the movie. So yeah, she is the daughter that got pregnant. When you're a pastor daughter now, pastor's child, you get pregnant and you're living in a small town, obviously you don't want the whole world to know. So like it contributes to it. And then we move to Michael Falare, the one that acted the guy that impregnated Simi, that's Tomi Ojo in the movie. His role also was not that serious. He just showed up when he was supposed to console Simi and let her know everything is going to be alright, despite the fact that she's pregnant now and she's also a chorister in the church and also a pastor's child. Let's emphasize on that. But yeah, his role was not that much. That's basically all that he showed up for, basically. Thomas, played by Ifeanyi Kalu. This character was a bit,
I don't mean to say,
I don't know, there was a point I found it a bit, just a teeny bit cringy, awkward, weird. I don't think he was the right cast for this role at all. If I'm to cancel any cast, anybody that casted this role to be person that casted Thomas, which is Ifeanyi Kalu, no. He was supposed to play like a weakling, like this lover boy that lost his wife many years ago, and because of that he's now like he has shunned the world. He only talks to his two best friends, and that's all, and his mother, and that his whole life turned. This very manipulative, soft men that any small thing they're like very anxious. I don't know how to explain it, but like it was crazy a bit. And yeah, I think he cried in the movie too. I don't want to come off as one of those people that puts out the narrative that men can't cry for. In this setting, why? What is your reason? Like, what was your reason? But yeah, that's basically it. He played like the lover to Adire, that's Asari. Imagine a very timid person. That's the word, timid. A very timid person being the lover to a sex worker. That's really weird. But yeah, that's basically his role. So it's not giving like that, to be honest. I was not receiving it as I should receive it. So that's about it for him. And then we have Lizzie J. I understood her character. It's not everybody that did, although, but I understood her character. It was supposed to like bring this comic relief, like in an intense situation, an intense mood in the movie. It's supposed to like, of course, like she makes like sarcastic, funny comments. So it's supposed to like relieve the tension in the movie and all of that. But the way this character displayed it in this movie, it was giving more of like, you know, this skit vibe. It was not giving originality because of it. It was giving like, you know, like this skit vibe, not exactly a standard movie vibe. I understood her role, but this particular person did not give it like that. So the place I was supposed to like, I'll be looking like, okay, maybe not the right time, you know, but yeah. And her role was not that, she was like a supporting actress. It was not like that big like that, but yeah, she played it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite cast. Yvonne Jegede. She played Shalewa. So Shalewa is supposed to be like this uneducated lady that has a failure and a loser for her husband, and also trying to like, she's part of like the church lady. She's one of like the main church ladies with the pastor wife. So she's just, you know, when you call her to do something, she's this, you know, person that you call her to do something, tell her to do it, she has done it, tell her to do something, she'll do, you know, basically making decisions for her, because obviously she can't make, you know, standard decisions for her. What she acted or what she portrayed was, to me, was she trying to please her husband and trying to do good by the deaconess and not like stray. But obviously we know she listens to her out of fear, because everybody like, you know, listens to deaconess. But yeah, that's basically her role. And to me, I'll say she actually, I don't think I've seen Yvonne Jegede play this kind of soft person, soft role and all that kind of thing. She actually gave what it's supposed to give. She acted very well. I liked her role. She knew what she was supposed to do. It was very believable, very like her expressions to the character, everything rhymed. Did you get? It was given pretty good. I liked it. I'm sure you guys remember him from Danny's TV. Then when he used to make all those things. But yeah, he played as a Yoruba man. He's the main loser in this movie. He's a drunk. He's a cheat. He's everything you don't want to have in a man. So, but like the way he actually acted and performed in this movie, it was very believable. Like you think this man originally is a Yoruba man. Like he was giving that vibe, that demeanor, that, you know, energy of how I don't know, like of a, find the word for me, of a Yoruba man. Let me just put it that way, like of a typical Yoruba man. You know, all these Ekiti people, all these Ibadan people, all these local men. He portrayed it well. I will not lie. I'll give him a 7/10 for that. I'll give Yvonne Jegede a 9/10 for our role. I'll give Fola Shade, that's the deaconess, Funlola, I'll give her, a 10/10 for her role. I'm not even lying. I think if I said 9/10 before, I'm giving her 10 if I think about it. She really played her role very, very well. Then the next person will be Jack Kenneth. Jack Kenneth is the most annoying character in this movie. Like when you see him, you just want to strangle him. Like, what the hell were you thinking? He is part of the writer of this movie, and he also wrote Battle of Booker Street. Funny enough, a very good fun fact. So yeah, but his role in this movie I did not understand. I understood, but was it really needed? Was it really necessary? Although it is a role, yeah, and he portrayed that role well. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. So he was supposed to play like this very unstable, psychotic, religious member, and he was a very, very, very close assistant, more like a PA to the deaconess. So it's like he worships her. Nothing should ever happen to his deaconess. Like his deaconess is his world. His deaconess is God, basically. So anything that happens, anybody that comes for deaconess has come for him, and they will see his wrath. Basically, that's the energy he was giving in this movie, which he did give in the movie. I will not lie. So his character is supposed to be very unstable and psychotic. He portrayed it well, very awkward human. But I don't think it was necessary in the movie, to be honest. There were just a lot of loopholes and unnecessary things that were happening in this movie. But oh well, if we were to give him a rating for that role, he actually did play well. I'll give him a 7 over 10 also. So I'm saving the best, for last. And this is Captain, played by Yemi Black. It is not the best. I'm saving this for the last because there were just a lot of things wrong with this character. A whole lot. So he's like the villain in this character. He's the pimp. He's the captain for Adire Asari. There was just a lot of unnecessary. Oh my god. Why? Just why? Yeah, so Yemi Black played Captain. That's the pimp to Asari. And if I'm giving his role a rating, I will give it a 3 over 10. Yeah, a 3 over 10. It's that bad. It is really bad. They tried to make like his eye scar look believable, the heart, the walking stick. It was still not giving. It was not believable. I was not convinced. I was not receiving it. Nothing of that character was given. And you see, Captain made a whole lot of bad decisions that led to a whole lot of questions for this movie. Like, you just be questioning the movie, like, what is this? Like, where did the remaining story go? Because we are looking for it. What happened? Captain's character was just like the most disappointing. He's supposed to come out as intimidating, commanding, fearful. But I did not fear Captain. I was looking at him with annoyance, like, what are you doing, Captain? What are you doing? But yeah, that's about it for his character and those performances. So let me now go into what I don't like first of all, because I'm telling you, I like a lot of things. I like some things, but what I don't like is I will not like it's more than what I like. In the beginning of the movie, they didn't establish if she was sad with her life being with Captain or not. Like from the beginning, they didn't establish that. They just went straight into, she had a client. She's like, the most prized worker for Captain, and she had a client that like abused her, and she's used to that kind of thing, but she does not like it. She got really angry. Like, she had a client and she got really angry, and she went into Captain's room angrily and aggressively, had sex with Captain. Then Captain fell asleep. Oh my god, I'm laughing because this is Captain's loophole again. So Captain fell asleep, and that's when she stole the money. Now, Captain is a captain, right? He has his bodyguards. I think if I look right, or if I saw right, I saw up to like 5-6 bodyguards surrounding him. Where were they? Their work is to guard a body. The body is Captain. Captain is here. Where are your bodyguards? Where? Okay, now he fell asleep after they had sex. She stole the money. Let's say, she successfully stole the money. He fell asleep. They didn't notice, they were not alerted. Let's say that, yeah. Now she had time to go to her house, arrange her stuff. So while Captain was asleep and while she was doing all those things, they did not get alert that, this girl has run away. Where is Adire? Can you call? Let's look for her. Nowhere to be found. So back to what I was saying, they didn't establish the fact that she was sad, because to me, I feel they just assumed that she was not happy with this life here, and she wants a fresh start and she wants to move, because it's not a prostitute, or rather let me use sex workers that you meet and you're like, and you ask them like, are you happy with your work, and they be like, man, I'm suffering. It's not all of them. Most of them are enjoying it. Trust me. So I feel like they just, gave it to us and expect us to take it like that. But okay, they didn't really establish the storyline behind that. We just went right into it. And me personally, I feel like this movie was rushed to some extent. Okay, now my second thing I don't like about this movie is that she, relocated to a new town, ran away to a new town. Now, what did she do? What is she supposed to do? Start afresh, have a fresh start and all of that. But what did she do instead? It's almost like she continued from where she stopped, from like where she left off. Continued, like taking the men of the community. The women started complaining like, who is this? Who is this person? Well, I don't know this person called Adire. She's the one taking over our men. Before you know it, the men are gathered in the bar, because she's always going to the bar every night to, seduce them, foreplay with them, and collect money. So, what was the difference with that from what you were doing before? I thought you came to the new town to look for a fresh start. You are still prostituting, my friend. Like, you are still prostituting. So what is the fresh start? Like, that's another thing about this movie. Like, what was the story really about? Is it like for second chances, fresh starts, moving on? Do you get? It was not looking like that. They were trying to give us that story, but it was still not looking like that. You ran away from this. Let's say you did not like what you were doing. You came here, but you still continued doing what you were doing. Make it make sense, please. I kept shouting, make it make sense. Okay, now we digested that one. Let's say, okay, now she likes it and she's not exactly having sex, but she's making the men in the community lust after her. Other scene I don't like, where the Shalewa, that's the uneducated lady, found out that Adire has, done something with a man, or her man is lusting after Adire and all that, and she got angry. Then she went to Adire's house. She was going to Adire's house to go and fight that. You know this thing. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, come outside, do that kind of thing. Like, you were expecting quarrel and fight just for her to go inside. After the talk, like she's angry. Before you know, the next thing we are seeing them laugh together. She's sitting in the house, laughing, asking for advice as to how to win her man from the person that is seducing her own man. That one too was giving advice to her as per his relationship or marriage counselor. Make it make sense, please. Like, I was not understanding. Then she now gave her bra as per, okay, that's what will, attract your man. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was Thomas. I said it before. Nah, I didn't like Thomas in the movie. I'll not lie. To some people he came out as very sweet, but to me he came out as manipulative, to be honest. Because how can you tell me after your wife died, you've not spoken to another woman like for the past 5 years? Aside your mother, rather. Will you tell me you just, from your house to the bar in the night with your two best friends? Apparently he hangs out with these two losers. They didn't mention what he does for a living. They portrayed him as an educated, sad lover with hanging out with two losers. That's a very big contrast for me, to be honest, because like, what are you doing? Then you are trying to then again, there was a scene where, okay, that the Shalewa's husband were in the bar, went to, chai, toast Adire, that's Asari, and he watched it, he saw it, and they role-played, went to the toilet and acted that they did something,
take your money and get out,
came out. So they made him believe that they did something, and you still went after that same woman to go and chat and toast her and claim that you're in love with her. Again, make it make sense, really. I think I have more of what I don't like in this movie, to be honest. But I've mentioned some things I like in the movie, yeah. But I feel that his character was not necessary also. If you are portraying like new beginnings of a person, make it make sense to your audience, to we the viewers. First of all, before Tunde got to the house, Captain got to the house before him because Adire, he found out Adire was trying to run away again. So he got to the house before him and tried to reprimand Adire. Then, before we know what was happening, Adire carried like a big iron and hit his head, and that's how he just went unconscious. Then the next thing we saw was fire burning in the house, and that was caused by Sunday, the guy that was shouting, "My God is an consuming fire. My God is a consuming fire. My God is a consuming fire." Because we really think that in real life it's psychotic and there's one screw or not screw that's removed. The next thing we saw was a burning house. After the burning house, we didn't hear anything about Captain. Was there like a burnt body? Was there a burnt corpse? Was there any investigation? Because the next thing we saw was the women of the house coming to sweep the house. And yes, I forgot to mention the relationship she had with the women in the church, and also the altercation she had with them. They were major things to actually take account of, actually, because they portrayed that part very well. The deaconess basically does not like her. She does not belong with them. That is not like she does not belong. She's not supposed to be here. And for the fact that the men are lusting over her and the women are admiring her because she started selling her lingerie to the women and advising them. I don't know, like, are you a marriage? I ask again, are you a marriage counselor? Advising them how to get their husband, how to seduce their husband, how to keep their man. My man. So keep him. It was unnecessary. A whole 2 hours. 2 hours plus, in fact. But yeah, the relationship she had with the women of the church and of the community was uncalled for. They immediately just took a liking to her. No particular reason, probably just for the fact that she was advising them and selling her lingerie to them. And also the part where she invited her to church, and you are going to church, you are going you just want to shout to the Lord out loud that you are a prostitute. Please explain. But yes, I was like, okay, that's the church. Next thing, she was showing cleavage again. But yeah, she was showing cleavage in church. At least respect God. Come on now. We know you are a prostitute already. We know you work as a sex worker already. Come on, respect the premises of God. Respect the vicinity of God. She didn't. And to be honest, if I'm being very, very honest, the Folashade lady, that I understand her role. People would not like her, but I understand where she's coming from. Although she was very extreme, she's like this very religious extremist. She's very extreme, but then again, people have like their story, and now where they're paying for your shoes. So yeah, I understood her, to be honest. But then again, that does not take from the fact that this movie, there were a lot of loopholes and unnecessary things. I think basically it's just like having a fresh start, forgiveness, moving on from the past, and having like second chance at life, basically. Go and watch it, then come back to the comment section and tell me, your views, and whatever you disagree with what I said. If you disagree with what I said, let me know too. Let's talk about that. Let's share our views also down in the comment section, please. So yes, that's my time for today. So like I said before in the beginning, if you've not followed this page, please follow us. Go and like our Instagram, go and like our YouTube, comment, subscribe to our YouTube. Ejo Victoria Lauren, I'm pleading, we are begging. So yes, comment down below, tell me your thoughts about the movies, and yeah, see you same time next week.